Is it a good time to buy a house in San Diego in 2024? Let's talk about it. If you are new here, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chris Spade at Keller Williams Realty, and I make all these videos to help you make sense of the real estate market. If you would do me a huge favor, please click that subscribe button. Also, please click that little bell so you can be notified every single time we drop fresh new content. Also, if you find value in this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment because I like to know what you think. If you are wondering whether or not you should buy a home in 2024 in San Diego, let's talk about what's happening in the real estate market and a little bit about what you can do to get prepared for this big decision. Just a couple minutes ago, I checked the MLS, and in San Diego County, for attached and detached homes, we only have 2,200 houses on the entire market, which means if you are a buyer looking to make the purchase of a home in San Diego in 2024, what do you need to do? What are some of the steps? And what is the best time to think about putting that purchase contract together? Let's get to that. Let's talk about whether or not it is a good time to buy a house in San Diego in 2024. First and foremost, you're going to have to look at your complete financial picture to decide if it's right for you. Now, one of the things that I have a lot of buyers that I'm working with doing is they're looking at what is their rent payment and what is their rent payment going up to help them make that decision. Now, in some cases, landlords are giving buyers here in San Diego that 2-month notice where they're having to move them out. If you've been in a property for more than a year, then the landlord technically has to give you a 60-day notice. They're getting that 60-day notice plus the 2 months to move out. So you get the 60-day notice plus the 2 months of what the rent would be to move out of your property. And then they're looking for a new property. So sometimes it's based on need. But they go to look at rentals and see that rentals are still sky high. Although they are coming down, rentals are still quite expensive in San Diego. So you need to make a decision. Do you want to continue to rent? And is the price of the rent that you're going to have to start paying going to be worth it? Many home buyers are finding it's not. So when we sit down, we're going to go over your financial picture. What does your financial picture look like for you? And we're going to say, okay, your rent is going up to $5,500 a month because shockingly, that's what some of the rents are for some of these newer constructions and some houses that are out there. We're going to take that rent payment and we're going to work it backwards and figure out how much you can actually afford. Then we're going to get you hooked up with a qualified lender that's going to help you get a pre-approval. So your financial picture is going to help you decide whether or not it is a good time for you to buy a house in 2024. Now, there are all kinds of benefits to buying a home in 2024, least of which are you're going to be able to write the interest off on your taxes. So you're going to want to talk to your financial planner or your CPA or whoever does your taxes about what does your financial picture look like after owning that house for 1 year, and how much can you save by writing off the interest on your mortgage. So these are going to be questions that you're going to want to ask your tax preparer and those professionals. We can't give you that type of advice, but we're going to direct you to talk to them because I bet you're going to find that it makes better financial sense to own a home or a condo than it does to not and just continue to rent. The other thing that you're going to want to consider is, are you looking for a new job that's going to pay you more money, or are you expecting some sort of promotion at the current job you have? That could change your entire financial picture, which would make buying a home in San Diego actually better. Now, the other thing that we're going to want you to consider is payment assistance programs, down payment assistance programs. So for example, in March of 2024, the California Dream for All program is coming back. Now, there's going to be harsher restrictions on the California Dream for All program, but it is a good grant program that can help get your foot in the door on home ownership. There's also many other down payment assistance programs that you can qualify for that will help you make the decision to make a purchase in 2024 and whether or not it's right for you. The other thing that you're going to want to consider about whether or not making the decision to buy a home in 2024 is right for you is the type of property you want to buy. Now, with 2,200 homes on the market in the whole county, that's kind of slim pickings. So we're going to have to find something that's going to fit your needs. Is that a condo? Is that going to be a detached house? Are you willing to live a little bit further out? These are decisions that you're going to have to make, and we're going to sit down and we're just going to talk about all these things to make sure that you feel good about the decision of making that purchase in 2024. Really, truly, you're the only one that can make the decision about whether or not it is a good time for you to purchase a home in 2024. Now, if this is your first time making the purchase of a home, I highly recommend this book. And if you would like a copy, please drop a comment below so that way I can send you a copy of this book. This book was written by the founder of Keller Williams, along with Jay Papasan. It was written by Gary Keller, and it's called Your First Home. And it talks about the step-by-step process of buying a home and what it takes to buying a home. It talks about understanding price. It talks about homeowners insurance, how to write a strong offer, your wants and criteria checklist. This book is a blueprint for purchasing a home in 2024. It's very important that you have some sort of knowledge about going into this process. And if you are so inclined, I'd like to give you a copy of this book so that way you can understand the process. It's a very quick read. It's only a couple hundred, it's about 260 pages of reading. It's a quick read. This is the second printing of this book. It's changed quite a bit, and it's a very, very good foundation as to what you need to do to buy a house in 2024. Now, to circle back, the most important thing that you can do when you want to go buy a house in 2024 is first, get your pre-approval on your mortgage, and second, you're going to want to check with your financial advisor and your tax preparer to see what kind of financial benefits you have as you are thinking about buying a home. These are very important because all those numbers need to make sense to you. So what do you think? Is now a good time for you to be buying a home? Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and click that little bell so you can be notified every single time we drop fresh new content. If you have any questions or would like to schedule an appointment, all my contact info is below, including my phone number, email, and the link to my calendar so you can book an appointment either directly in person or on Zoom, or we can just have a phone conversation. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.